So on to more traditional stuff. Key IBC theme, number 2, second one, the only one I'm going to get to. Open workflow means business. You've all been writing about workflow for ages and ages and ages. But actually, that is what our customers are buying. There's lots of tool sets, there's lots of creative workstations. What customers buy today in post and in broadcast is actually workflow. And we believe strongly that by opening out the workflow, by giving customers more choice, then it's great for their business and it's great for our business. Here's a quote from one of our post customers that recently invested in genetic engineering for their 2 Pablos and IQs at LipSync in London. The Quantel systems enable us to do a lot of work that would normally straddle 2 systems. We can easily edit, composite and grade all in Pablo. This gives us a very efficient workflow. Finally, Post no longer worries about, well, we used to charge by the hour, so we don't need to be quicker. Now we do. It's very competitive out there. It gives people an edge. Workflow is the key to success in post-production. A broadcaster. Not a traditional broadcaster, a home shopping broadcaster. Quantel server technology is built for the unique challenges of the broadcast world. Combined with NSD asset management, we have a solution tailored to retailing. It's a unique and highly innovative workflow. That's what they're doing. It's not just Quantel in this case, it's open workflow with an asset management provider to make a solution that's exactly tailored to their business, which isn't the same as the BBC or Sky or WDR. It's about tailoring workflow to your business. And I think that's what you're going to see in all the product announcements that I'm going to talk about now. Open workflow means business for Quantel, for our customers. Okay, so we've got some new Pablo software. Of course we have. You'll keep developing the product. It gets better and better every year. New Pablo software this year is focused on workflow. We have a new feature called a cube builder, which lets people build, modify and use 3D lookup tables. The particular use for that is with on-set workflow. People are building lookup tables on set, and now we can bring that same lookup table from speed grade, for example, right into the grading session as the starting point. Do it another way around. People are putting a look together in post, and then they can take a lookup table that matches that look and put it into their monitoring on set, so they can make sure they're shooting something that works for the look the director wants. It's very flexible. It's all about workflow. I was going to do a competition actually, see if you could count how many times I said workflow during this presentation. But I figured it would be just way too many. Simplify and DVD and Blu-ray production. Our customers do that a lot, so let's make it really easy for them. And now you can take files out of Pablo straight into your DVD authoring systems without any recoding, without any transcoding, without any time wasted. Easier red conforms from Avid offlines. There's always been quite a good workflow from FCP offlines with red, but it's always been a bit difficult with Avid. Just an industry issue about where you put the things you need to know when you're conforming. So we've added options into Pablo, which mean you can conform really easy red projects that have been offline on Avid. It's all about making our customers' lives easier. This software is shipping at the end of September 2009, and it's a free upgrade for everybody who has a current version 4 system with a support contract. We're adding Red Rocket support into EQ, IQ and Pablo. Sure, you all know what Red Rocket is. It's a hardware card, plugs into a PC to be able to accelerate the Red workflow. So we have real-time Red workflow. The great thing about the way we build our systems is it's plug and play. You take the top off your EQ or your IQ, your Pablo, you plug in the Red Rocket card into a spare PCI Express slot, and bang, it works. That's a really, we build systems in that open way, so we can take advantage of developments that nobody had ever even thought of, 6 months ago. But that's there, and it's supported in that same software I talked about at the end of September. And you can see Damon busy doing real-time red conforms on the stand if you come down and have a look. Let's move into broadcast now and talk about a new component for our SQ server system. SQ Load. Now this is being driven by a lot of German broadcasters, by Swiss broadcasters, by Rogers in Canada, and what they all want to do is they all want to do really efficient file-based acquisition. It's all about file-based workflow. And this is a new Quantel application for file-based workflow. What it does is it makes it really easy to get P2 and XD-CAM media into the Quantel SQ system. The media is available to everybody as it is being ingested. So you put the disk in, you put the P2 card in, you choose which clips you want, and that media is instantly available right across the system to the 200 journalists, to the 25, 30 craft editors. It's available to everybody as it is coming in. There's no better file-based workflow than this. Another really interesting point about this one, and it's a very human nature kind of thing. The system SQ Load allows you to do full metadata editing and metadata addition on ingest. Because what happens is people come back from the field with their P2 cards and their XD-CAM disks, both of which have excellent metadata editing and addition capabilities in them, but they're not used. So you get a whole load of clips which just say C1, C2, C3, C4. So what you need to do when you put them into the system is add metadata to it. And make sure that's there so that people can find and work with it later on in the pipeline. So SQ Load makes it really easy to add that metadata, which in the ideal world would already be on these things, but in practice often isn't. It's a real world issue. So SQ Load is shipping now, it's available, and it's in use already in Canada. Another real announcement that's on about, that focuses on openness, is that at IBC, Quantel and EVS have announced that we're working together to simplify the integration of our various platforms. Again, open file-based workflow between EVS kind of acquisition systems and Quantel post-production systems. We're using open industry standard exchange formats. There's nothing proprietary about this. There's nothing secret. We're using MXF to transport the Essence format. The thing that made this practical, of course, was that EVS finally adopted DV100 HD, so we could get native files across. We're using XML to move metadata. It's not enough just to move the Essence. You've got to move the metadata. You've got to move the metadata that says that footballer was fouled, he kicked the referee here. You need to be able to search and find that kind of stuff later on. So the metadata flows with the Essence. It's a really easy one. Our customers are asking for it. We're making life easier for our customers. But it's an example of just how open we are, working with anybody to make our customers' lives easier.